did you wanted to open for questions?
Yeah, does anyone have any questions for our poetry dealers?
Where did you guys first meet each other?
I met David when I worked as the Poets Beat columnist for the old Austin Light, and I interviewed poets around town, and I met David well, did I see you first at a party where you read that, it ain't the heat, it's humidity, no wait, it is the humidity and the heat? Which I just loved it. He makes the, he reminds me of Kurt Vonnegut in that when I was a teenager reading Kurt Vonnegut, I was like, no shit Vonnegut, no shit Vonnegut, no shit. And then it was something like, no shit Vonnegut. and so David was like that for me. Like, no shit, Joel, no shit, Joel. And then something, oh wait, no shit, Joel. It is the heat and humidity, goddamn it. And so anyway, I interviewed him at his place somewhere in a little apartment. In Hyde Park. Was it in Hyde Park? Yeah. And that's how I met David.
Yeah, and Rick interviewed me, and I said, whatever you do, just don't mention the clutter in the apartment. In the article, it said, amongst a pile of clutter. So I resented him for about 5 years after that.
I'm innocent. False memories. Implanted, no doubt. And then we started exchanging poems before my wedding in New Mexico, and then we just started back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then we did so many. It's like, let's put a book out, dude.
Yeah.
And then we've continued doing that, and yeah, I'm just very honored to, because he lightens me up. I mean, I'm pretty happy, but.
Yeah, it's really a gift getting these poems, and I take the last word, and you ground me and lighten me up. Like, yeah, get me back, connected up there.
Yeah.
I have a question about the book. Did you put specific poems on specific cards? David, you mentioned the suits, but was there any more than that?
For me, yeah, I figured out the suits, and then Rick sent me his file with all the card names, and then I just looked at his cards, and I kind of said, what would be a good king of spades that would go with that? I just kind of did it really quickly and intuitively, just because that's the nature, the kind of feel of the thing. So I picked them pretty quickly, but that's how I picked mine. I'm not sure how you picked yours.
I let Helga do it.
I did the suits, though.
She did the suits, yeah. I went through, we write so many, I mean, I write every day, and so we had tons to pick, and you write every day, 99% of it's crap, and so you have to pick out the non-crap, the 1%er. And so I picked those out, and then I gave them to Helga and asked her to pick out the suits, and she had a methodology a little different. Could you, since I don't remember?
It's just the typical, like,
She says it's typical.
Yeah.
News to me.
Cards, spades, fate, and transformation, and soul, and clubs, worldly things, diamonds, enlightenment, and money.
Just typical.
Typical. Worked for me. So that's how I picked them out. And then we picked. Now the jokers, for those of you who are lucky enough to get the actual cards, the jokers were not necessarily out of our exchange, correct? Yeah. They were just our poems,
Special ones.
our special ones. They're special.
Carte blanche, whatever.
Yeah. So the jokers, there are 2 jokers each, right? Yeah. So there's 4 more poems in the deck than there are in the book. And I don't even know what they are. Beats me. It was a fun project. When did you get the books?
Yesterday, last night.
Oh.
Around 10. And again, Chris Doc Davis, his design, one time he told me his computer iPad is his axe, and like I saw him designing some of the cards. It's like, I don't know, it is a thing of beauty. I don't know, I'm just excited about the look and feel of this book and how it's fun reading. Like the resonances are really weird. Sometimes the cards are really parallel. Sometimes they're like non sequiturs. Sometimes the 3 of hearts is actually echoed in the 5 of diamonds or something. It's kind of fun that way. I look forward to playing cards with them.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, and I figure you can use them as some kind of divinatory device as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, or
You
Yes.
bet.
Definitely an oracle kind of thing.
and did you all play 52 card pickup when you were kids?
Just one.
Once.
Yeah, that's all you need. My big brother's like, want to play 52 card pickup? So yeah. Pick them up. I won't do that.
No.
Too late.
And we were going to do it where it was a reverse book, blue, red, but we didn't do that because David said he never bought a book that was designed like that. I would never own such a book. So we X'd that one, and so it's just the blue and red decks with a blue divider. What else? How was this? What is? Tell me what that is.
Yeah, so when I first met Chris, he was interviewing me for Lyman's poetry class.
Lyman Grant, remember
Yeah,
Lyman?
Lyman Grant's poetry class. He got assigned to interview me for something, and for some archive, something. And so, and we met and we started talking about cymatics and Graham, what's his name? Graham Hancock. And cymatics and all these other things. And he had a band called Cymatics, and he was having a party where he had a light under water, and the band would play and create cymatics that would reflect on the ceiling. Cymatics are sound waves that pass through material that create patterns. And there's a cool YouTube video that shows one pattern of sound going through sand, and it looks exactly like leopard spots or like a turtle shell. And so this is actually a sound or a vibration or a tone that's a cymatic that Chris had on his phone. Do you know what sound it is? It's a random sound. So that's one of the challenges. You go find the sound, and then you'll be in alpha state, right? Find the sound of the cover of the book.
Yes. Not getting the remainder bend. That's the. What
It'll be
else?
on Kindle. I think it'll look really great on Kindle. And print on demand.
Yeah, it's published by Raw Paw and Bike Press. Yes, sir.
What's next?
What's next?
Have you just-
Good question. Chains.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of long chains.
Yeah, we also thought about an I Ching.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, do an I Ching version. I don't know. We'll keep doing it until we're dead. But, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe after. Maybe we'll keep
Maybe the day after. We'll keep going. Absolutely. We only have 10 years anyway, right? So that's what I understand. I mean, the world.
the world.
We don't want to talk about politics.
Rewind.
Red.
So any other questions?
Yeah, what time of day, I mean, well, I could ask two questions. What time of day for both of you all do you like, do your best poems come out of it? Or is there a correlation?
I prefer when I wake up, I take Adderall and drink a big cup of coffee. And once I eat lunch, I'm pretty much cooked. So,
Okay.
usually between those hours. Now and then something else.
Yeah, I'm retired, thank God, so I often stay up till 4, 5, 6 in the morning and don't get up till 11, 12, 1. And my whole goal is just to finish a poem by the end of the day. And best poems, shit. You know, the funny thing is the poems that people tend to like more are the ones that I don't care much for. It's just, you know, the ones like, this is really great. They go, next. So I don't know when the best poems come out. Some of them come up very, very fast. Others methodology is a funny thing. Sometimes I really count syllables, and I always count lines. My favorite length is 17 or 23 lines, and I will form my poems, and I never end a poem with the word "the," and if I have the word "any" as the first word, and I have to do a second "any," I'll find a third "any." I never use the beginning two, same word twice in a row. It has to be 3 times at least, so I get a little OCD. But I will write throughout the day. In some poems, it will take me from the time I wake up till just before midnight, because midnight's my deadline. Sometimes it's like the last word at 11:59, boom, I'm done. I have to be done. It's nuts. That's what I do.
But you still stay awake till 4 or 5.
Yeah. So it gives me plenty of time. So, and I'll sometimes do 3 or 4 poems in a day. It depends. And I will respond to Tom or to David or to other people that I send poems to. I will respond to those poems. But as long as it's done before midnight, that's my only criteria. And the 3-word.
But then you'll start another one after midnight.
Yes, because that's the next day. That's right. And as long as I finish that poem before the next midnight, I'm good. That's what I did last night. I finished one about 11:50 and started another one at 12:01.
My experience is you write 3 or 4 a day often, so I wonder which one's the official poem of the day and which ones are...
By the date, I always put the date at the bottom.
But if you write 4 in a day, which one is the one that has to do?
All of them.
Oh.
If I, all of
They
them.
get started,
If
they
I
don't have to
started,
do midnight.
if I started at 11:59, goddamn it, I got to finish by midnight. That's really.
I have one that ended in the. I have a poem that starts with the.
Starts with the. It can start with the. And it can
It
even
only
end with
starts
the.
with the,
But that's.
and it ended with the.
But that's because of James Joyce.
Oh.
You know,
Screw James Jewell.
that's because of James Joyce. The river run, whatever. River run has even out and sort of in the bay, returned by commodities, because of recirculation back to superstition environments. And then he goes on, and then the last line is something ends with thee, I believe. Does it not? Does not Finnegan's Wake end with the word with thee? That's the only reason.
Now, what about time zones? As many time zones as you go through?
It does matter. I do
Hawaii?
count time zones. It's a terrible thing that I'm inflicted with. I'm usually not OCD, but I really am about that. It's really awful. What else?
It would be interesting to see your responses to one another. If you do another
Our first
project.
book is kind of like that. It's called First Word,
First Word, Last Word.
Last Word, First Word.
Last word.
So it really, yeah, there it is. So it actually does show them in order, like, it breaks here and there, like we always break movies. But yeah, that is kind of fun, because the last word of his will be the first word of mine, last word of mine will be the first word of his. That's long.
And that was the only rule for the first one. Although we did change it kind of midway, where if there were the first few words.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if it was the first few words. But I always use the very last
feel
one.
like this
Oh, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, the only thing.
the first few words.
Yeah, the first few words. But yeah, I'm pretty. It's disgusting how. I mean, it's like I think I'll die if I don't do it like that. It really is an emotional issue.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Positive.
Yeah, I've only not. I mean, I started this when I got fired from the state of Texas. Oh my God.
Testify.
Yeah, Laurie was there.
I was there.
Yeah. And so I started writing a poem a day, and I've written a poem a day since January of 2000, only missing when my father died that day. Otherwise, every day I've written a poem, good, bad, or indifferent. But it's good to know, I don't know, I did beat the state. I did sue them for firing me, and I won. So it took 2.5 years, but I did win. So that was good.
Well, can I just say that you are the best boss I ever had?
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're
No
so
lie,
sweet.
you and Sandra Moody.
Yeah,
Todd.
Sandra, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Sandra was great. But yeah, I was fired parenthetically for reporting racial discrimination,
On
so.
Christmas.
Yeah, yeah,
So Christmas.
yeah. I was told that I couldn't hire one of them,
Oh.
and one of them, of course, was a black woman, and I reported it, and anyway, I got fired. But the good old boys still exist, but it's been 17 years now, so I think the statute of limitations is over, because I was told not to ever say anything about this.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, no one ever watches poetry.
Yeah. I'm safe. I'm safe. NSA, it's still okay. Yeah. So that's when I started.
Okay, one more question. Yes?
Do you have a sense of time when you're writing, or?
No. Well, unless I set the timer. Like sometimes, sometimes I'll set a timer like write for 15 minutes, this will have to happen in 20 minutes. But generally, just go until, stop.
Do you come back and mess with them?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
is it first thought, best thought? Yeah.
Yeah, that part of this process is like, they're trying to pick which ones might work, and then I messed with them a lot. Sometimes I don't, but I break all the rules and stuff. But I think the ones, it's fun to mess with them.
Yeah, I never edit, except for this book.
Yeah, because you had to.
I had to fit it on the page.
One poem per page.
One poem per page. Otherwise, I'd let them go. Because you write so many, it's like they're children. But God, you have so many children. I only have 2 real children. But, yeah, I just don't. No, maybe one day I'll go back and I will find ones that, they always need work. Really. No, not all. That's not true. I think they're fine. I've been doing it so long, I don't care. And probably I should edit.
You don't release them though till you think they're perfect.
What?
You probably don't release them until you think they're just right.
That's right, I won't send them out. I send them out to, I have, I don't know, a bunch of people I send them to, but I will not press send until I really think they're okay. At least okay. It's poetry, like you said. Yeah, I should have been a banker.
Or a preacher, maybe.
Nah. Like I said, by the time I was 8 years old, no, I did play a preacher and a play once. Won the Best Actor Award for that, actually, in high school. Another story. Quack.
Well, thank you, Malvern Books.
Very much.
Thank you all for coming out.
Just a quick closing remark. Even though nobody buys poetry, all of our poetry is 20% off for National Poetry Month. And please check out their books on the table. I'm sure they'd be happy to sign them for you. Thank you all so much for coming. Yay.